decorated the office. It's Christmas. So I recently saw this Gary Vee video. The basic premise of this video is if you want to produce content for social media is to have one master piece of video or pillar content as he calls it, and then from that you break it down into smaller pieces of content, i.e. videos, photos, still images, written text posts. So in other words, from each long video you're able to branch off and create 20 to 30 more pieces of content. And I got to thinking, as I do with a lot of these things, I watch a lot of Gary Vee's videos, and I always, when I see this sort of stuff, I always think, how can I relate that back to weddings? So I wanted to share with you my thoughts on this process and kind of what I'm going to be striving to do moving forward, and hopefully it will help you as well. I've heard people say often, don't photographers have it easy, that for each wedding they can post 20 to 30 images on Instagram. They've got 20 pictures that they can post, whereas us as videographers only have the one video, so we've only got one thing we can post versus photographers who have like 20 plus things to post, which just isn't true. In the spirit of this Gary Vee methodology, this pillar content idea, from one wedding film, every wedding that I do, most of my clients are getting a long feature film, which is 15 to 20 minute wedding video. Well, I could break that video down into like 5 to 6 maybe smaller 30-second clips. I can post still screen grabs from that footage as images, as pictures like a photographer would do. So I've got 20 pieces of content there. I could include some text written posts like testimonials from the couple, or like a review, or maybe transcribe something that the father of the bride said in his speech. The reality is that there's just so much content that we can get from each wedding, from each video that we make. If you're doing a good number of weddings per year, 30 to 40 weddings a year maybe, you're going to have just endless amounts of social media content relevant for each platform, be it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Snapchat, whatever you're on. There's relevant bits of content that you can put on each platform daily. So let's break it down. Most of my couples are getting a longer 20-minute film, and even if they're not having that, they're still getting a 5-minute, 6-minute highlight film. And from that, you can produce maybe 5 or 6 30-second clips or snippets from the film. So you could break the film down into 5 or 6 30-second little clips, be it maybe if you're just editing a few shots together from the portrait session, or including like 20 seconds of the first dance, or some of the party footage, or a section of the morning prep. Go away. Filming. Some footage from the night do, or a segment from the morning preps, or just break your film down into 30-second snippets. And this can take 5 minutes, it could take 5 minutes, it could take 20 minutes, but you can easily get from one wedding film 5 or 6 30-second, 15-second clips. And of course, you can still post the full film. You can post the full highlights film on Instagram TV or YouTube or Facebook. So there's another couple of pieces of content. Then there's still images. You can get good quality screen grabs from your footage, or at least good enough quality to be putting on social media on a phone. And then you can post those on Facebook and on Instagram as a photographer would with their images. There's another 10 to 20 posts, easy. Any behind the scenes images, or little video snippets, or selfies with the couple or the suppliers on the wedding day. This is all great content for Instagram stories and Snapchat and Facebook stories and all that sort of stuff. Another thing that I always try and do with each couple is to get a testimonial out of them, some sort of written response to how it was on the day, or after they've seen their film, what they thought of it, a little written quote. So you could get a full testimonial from a couple. You could break that down into 2 or 3 little quotes or little sentences, overlay them with some images as a graphic, and maybe put that on Instagram, Pinterest, or just have it as a text post, as a tweet, as a Facebook written post. 2 or 3 more pieces of content there. There really is so much stuff we can be posting as wedding videographers, potentially more than the photographers or any other wedding supplier. We're in a unique position in that respect, so there really is no excuse. And don't get me wrong, you could load up my Instagram feed now and see that I don't post enough. Who am I to preach? But I certainly will be striving to post more of this stuff from each wedding, because I really do believe in it, and I implore you to do the same as well. You know it makes sense. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any strategies that you do that I've not covered here, please comment them below and share them. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe. Love you, bye.
you.